This guy has a question.
Can one single leftist articulate to me a single reason why we shouldn't hate your guts? Can you give me one reason why? Because it's feeling really, really tempting to round you all up and put you in the least productive labor camp in human history.
Okay, so first things first, I'm not a leftist. I'm a center-left Democrat, but people on the right consider me to be a leftist anyway, which is really kind of funny. The actual leftist will tell you that that's not even close to being the case. But why should a leftist give a shit if you like them or not? See, you didn't approach this from a standpoint of policy, right? You didn't approach this from a standpoint of why should we like this policy? Why should we like this position? You approached it from a standpoint of personal hatred. Can you give me one reason why we shouldn't hate your guts? Why should they? Why would they care if you liked them or didn't like them? If you want to talk about policy, that's a whole different discussion, but you didn't approach it from that standpoint, right? We could talk about how you wouldn't have the 40-hour work week, or paid holidays, or paid overtime, or the 5-day work week if it wasn't for liberal leftists, right? Things that you probably enjoy or have enjoyed over the course of your life. But that's not the way you wanted to approach this. You wanted to approach this from a personal like standpoint. So why should a leftist give a fuck if you hate their guts or not? You're looking for a reason from a leftist why you shouldn't hate somebody that you already hate. Who gives a fuck if you like somebody? Who are you? The last part was interesting, right? We should round you all up and put you in the least productive work camp in human history. First things first, way to let the world know that you're a fucking schnazi. That's what they did. But more to the point, over 75% of the GDP in this country is generated in blue counties. It's generated in blue counties and blue states. How are we the least productive people? How are we the least productive people when every single red state, with the exception of 3, take in more federal revenue than they generate, and every single blue state, with the exception of 1, takes in less federal revenue than it generates? Us least productive people in human history literally keep half this state afloat. Or country, my apologies, afloat. States like Tennessee and West Virginia and Alabama and Oklahoma and Wyoming and North Dakota and South Carolina, they don't exist without us least productive members of the human race. Also, what if we said the same thing? What would your response be? If I came on here and I said, hey, it's getting really hard not to round you, all you MAGAs up and stick you in a camp somewhere, I bet you'd lose your ever-loving shit. You'd be making content the next day about how the left foments violence, wouldn't you? Here's the bottom line. We generate a vast majority of the GDP, the revenue, and the wealth in this country. We don't give a fuck if you like us or not, and you're not intelligent enough to have this conversation.